Ebonyi State is indeed on the rise. Welcome to Project Hour on Ebbc Soul Television, Abakaliki. In this episode, we shall be looking at lands and housing. Behind me, as you can see, this beauty is located in Ebonyi State, precisely the Ebonyi State Government House Gate. And this is being constructed by the engineer David Nweze Umahi's administration. Join us as we explore the world of housing and lands in Ebonyi State. Let's go there.
It is now critically clear that engineer David Nweze Umahi has proven his mantle as one of the best great leaders of our time in Nigeria and beyond that can deliver and reposition the people by remodeling the world to become a better and a comfortable place of existence. Like the proverbial David and God-sent leader at this time, he has shown his relentless readiness as he has stooped to conquer, particularly in positioning the people and above all, rebuilding and remodeling Ebonyi State environs to enviable international standard. In the light of these, the achievements of Governor David Nweze Umahi under the State Ministry of Lands, Housing and Survey can better be imagined than described. Indeed, simply amazing. Of course, utmost quality in project execution is the watchword of the present administration in Ebonyi State under the closest watch of Governor David Nweze Umahi. Simply put, the projects completed and ongoing are unprecedented and amazing, more so at this time of harsh economic downturn. It includes the remodeling and reconstruction of the Government House, Governor's Lodge to an enviable, modern and international standard, and more. The Government House has now won a standard landscape with solid and standard fencing and lots more. The Presidential Lodge, Government House, has also been redesigned and constructed to enviable standard, courtesy the ingenuity of Governor David Nweze Umahi. Let's now get to business with the projects, starting with the Ecumenical Center. Tony Ukome has the report.
Friendship between religions is very important for peace. The present government in Ebonyi State promotes that unity among Christian churches. That is why one of the promises of Governor David Nweze Umahi during his swearing-in in 2015 is to build a magnificent place of worship for God and to prosper the state with the word of God. In line with this, in 2017, work started at the site for Ebonyi State Ecumenical Center, adjacent Akanebiam flyover, Abakaliki. Massive earthwork was done to get out the project to a good level, with the piles strongly done.
The work is going on very, very smoothly and in a very speedy manner. The laborers are doing their work, the supervisors, the contractor, the ministry staffs are also doing their bit. Everybody's hand here is on deck to ensure that we realize this project within the stipulated time. Recall that sometime last year we did the piling, five foundation of this particular project, of which we spent almost 3 to 4 months here practically. I had to relocate my office to this place to ensure that this project is well done. And then you can see the speed at which we are going. Already the columns are coming up. The DPC, by the next week, we must have completed the casting of the DPC. So everything here is working out very well, and we are very, very sure that in no distant time, this place will be ready.
The center is an interdenominational center for unified worship. Today, the columns of the center are up and the DPC coming up soon. There is hope that before May 29, 2018, the roof should have been achieved for it to be used for Democracy Day church service. About 50% of the project has been completed. What are the reasons for the project and the gains the people stand to get from it? The Commissioner for Lands, Survey and Housing, Mr. Sunday Inyima, has the answer.
And first is to have their faith in God increased, and then to have a place they can also be proud, even when they go outside the state, to say that the highest and the biggest community center in the whole of this country is situated in my own state, courtesy of our governor, the wonder-working governor, Engineer Chief David Nweze Umahi. Because of the enormous nature or span of the building, you need to graduate the seating arrangement in such a manner that those people sitting at the back, of course, will be seeing the altar. If you leave the DPC bare in this manner, then somebody sitting at the back will not be seeing the clergy preaching there. And so it's going to be a graduated floor, so that everybody will have a very perfect view.
To ensure quality and standard of this edifice that will be the biggest ecumenical center in the country, the state governor, Engineer David Nweze Umahi, personally monitors the projects always. The commissioner is also there, and staff of the Ministry of Lands, Survey and Housing monitor every aspect of the job. The churches are happy. The people are rejoicing. Christendom is unifying. Ecumenism is seriously taking root in Ebonyi State. The Christian Association of Nigeria hails the wonder-working governor. The next report is on government house projects, presented by Bene Edwin Onwe. I am Tony Ukwome.
The numerous achievements of Engineer David Nweze Umahi so far, particularly in the State Ministry of Lands, Housing and Survey, are a clear indication that the state governor, Engineer David Nweze Umahi, an astute politician, outstanding engineer, and a benevolent, strong son of Uburu Adu Kingdom, is well prepared and with much desired passion, not only to transform the state, but to reposition Ebonyi State in the African continent as the best in development. In terms of projects so far completed within and around the seat of power, the Ebonyi State Government House, the facts indeed speak volumes for itself. From the landscaping and standard state-of-the-art gatehouse to reconstructed and beautified fence, to the international standard landscaping of the entire government house, that now made it to be befitting as a standard government house of a fast-developing state. The remodeling and reconstruction of the Governor's Lodge, the Presidential Lodge, and lots more. Engineer David Nweze Umahi has turned the government house into one of the most befitting government houses in the country. Indeed, Ebonyi State Government House now is a beauty to behold. Indeed, Ebonyi is on the rise and people are happy. In all, this is a tip of the iceberg. For the quest for a standard government house in a most appropriate place is in top gear, courtesy of Engineer David Nweze Umahi.
We are thinking of the future. And in thinking of the future, we have a desire, of course, which we have started implementing, to have a government house in this state of Ebonyi that will not only compare with big states like Rivers and Lagos, but will almost compare with what we have in Abuja as the government house or Aso Rock of Nigeria. And so our governor, through his ingenuity, directed us that we should go into the development of the new government house, which we went in. Already, as I speak to you, the fencing of the new government house is almost completed. We have 3 gigantic buildings there that is almost at 90% completion. These buildings are the Presidential Lodge, the Governor's Lodge, and the Governor's Office. Of course, you know that for every government house, these 3 buildings that I have mentioned are very, very key and cardinal. And so that's why we started with them. As I speak with you, work of the finishing job with regards to this building are seriously going on. And the materials that we use for the finishing, like the tiling, the electrical, have started arriving. By May this year, we are hopeful that these 3 buildings will be very, very ready.
The new government house at the Centenary City is well designed to modern standard. Presently, 3 magnificent buildings are going on rapidly. A curious look at the 3 projects show quality, standard, and well thought out project. Soon, Ebonyi State will have a government house that everybody will be proud of. Let's be part of Ebonyi development. In yet another similar development of encouraging healthy living and economic value for the people, another innovation on tourism is to be enveloped through the State Ministry of Lands, Housing and Survey. This time, it is the remodeling and reconstruction of a canal at a popular world-class Centenary City to make it more befitting for tourism and relaxation. It includes the channelization of water around the canal at the Centenary City.
We are launching, His Excellency the Executive Governor is launching another wonder walking project, what we call the Presidential Lake View. If you have gone to USA and go to Disney World Disney World, what we see in Disney World, the lake view of Disney World in United States is what we want to present here. This is going to be a lake with 3 things we want to enhance. We want to enhance tourism, where Ebonians and visitors all over the world will just enter through the cruising point of the lake, and then you fly your boat. You fly straight to the governor's lodge, and then you will see the green area that is going to be a green park. Now, tourists all over the world could come here to see a Ebonyi State Wonder Walking Lake View project that is going to be flying tourists, enhances economic development, enhances beautification, and we are trying to create another Disney World Park in Ebonyi State, and that is what you're seeing here. The excavator is already excavating. If you look at this, this is going to be the depth of this of the lake. Now, from here, the next excavator is coming in. It will continue from here. The other one will continue from here. We'll get the depth, and then you do the walking. When this project is finished, my brother, it will be another wonder walking project under the leadership of our dear governor, the wonder walking governor, doing a wonder walking project that is going to be a one of its kind in Nigeria. You have not had a boat. If you just move around and see the length, the width, you can do cruising competition here. What you see in Calabar, what you see in America, what you see in Europe, what you see in London, that is what we want to produce here. And you can see that the work is progressing very highly. Ebonians does not know that this is happening, but I assure you, in no distant time, by next month, we'll start the casting process, and then we enhance it to make sure that Ebonyi people and Ebonians will see what they have not seen before under the leadership of our dear wonder walking governor.
Indeed, with the engineering ingenuity and expertise of Governor David Nwezo Mahi, the canal after the remodeling and reconstruction, is hoped to turn the centenary city, part of the state, into a world-class relaxation and tourist center. Watch out. I am Benny Edwin Onwe. Let us now visit Ebonyi City shopping mall. Tony Ukwome is there with the report.
The trending thing today in shopping is the collection of retail businesses in a building or set of buildings under one ownership or management. That concept is the concept of shopping mall, where many stores and restaurants are gathered under one roof. As a trending thing, and to give Ebonyi people the opportunity to socialize and enjoy shopping, the government of Engineer David Nweze Umahi promised to give Ebonyi State the best and biggest shopping mall in the country. The groundbreaking for this project was performed by President Muhammadu Buhari during his official visit to Ebonyi State last year in November. The Ebonyi City Mall is fashioned after the popular Dubai Mall.
This one is one of the biggest, if not the biggest project that this administration is embarking on. This is the shopping mall, international shopping mall called Ebonyi City Mall, which of course is fashioned after the Dubai Mall. As you can see, presently we are at the pile level. This of course is the construction of the pile caps. We've gone 30% of the pile work which we are doing as far as this project is concerned. On completion, this particular mall is going to be the biggest as far as this country is concerned. There is no place that you have anything near this mall. And so we have started. You can see that already the columns from the piles are already coming up, and then works are already going on very seriously here.
Today, the formwork for the piles that will support this big edifice has started. 30% of the pile work has been done and driven very deep into the ground to fortify the foundation of the massive structure with heavy rods.
We have an engineer, a world-class engineer as the governor, an engineer that built the highest batching plant as far as this country is concerned, a fellow of the Nigeria Society of Engineers, a consultant, a road builder. We have him, somebody who can look at a concrete that was cast 2-3 days and tell you the mix of that concrete. That is the man we have as the governor. That is the difference. So, and that is why you cannot do any rubbish as far as work standard is concerned. And so you will see it yourself every time from the point of commencement to the point of delivery that our standard is maintained. When I came here, I first asked of my staff from Ministry of Land Survey and Housing. The builder is there, an architect is there, and also somebody from land department is also here. So I have my staffs here supervising this project, and also we have the Supreme SSA monitoring every project that is going on within the state with her team, and they have been doing very, very well. And to cap it all, the governor is always on the site, and anytime he's not on the site, I am always there as the commissioner to ensure that standard is maintained.
The solid nature of the Ebonyi City Mall is being maintained from foundation. The materials are of standard, and the concrete mix would pass any architectural or engineering tests. The work is directly being supervised and monitored on a daily basis by government staff and Governor David Nweze Umahi himself. This is to ensure standard and quality. What is the essence of this project, and when do Ebonyi people hope to shop in the mall? The Commissioner for Land, Survey and Housing, Chief Sunday Inyima, was on hand to explain.
This one is one of the biggest, if not the biggest project that this administration is embarking on. This is the shopping mall, international shopping mall called Ebonyi City Mall, which of course is fashioned after the Dubai mall. As you can see, presently we are at the pile level. This of course is the construction of the pile caps. We've gone 30% of the pile work which we are doing as far as this project is concerned. On completion, this particular mall is going to be the biggest as far as this country is concerned. There is no place that you have anything near this mall. And so we have started. You can see that already the columns from the piles are already coming up, and then works are already going on very seriously here. So we thank God for this. This is also one of the first gifts that His Excellency promised Ebonyi people, and of course he's redeeming it. Thank you.
Okay, what I think, can you give us a little insight of how the project came about and the essence to Ebonyans and beyond?
Okay, the essence of this project is that we want to turn Ebonyi State from a transit state to a destination state. Luckily enough, this state is situated along the major Trans-Saharan road, talking about this road leading to Goja and to Cameroon, and then leading to Enugu, and then Onitsha, Anambra State. And so for traders who will be going to maybe Onitsha or coming to our market here, when after we have rebuilt it to bring it to international standard to buy something, they will have a place to come and size something for their eyes, and then also buy something for their people from a mall that is actually of an international standard. So that is the essence of the mall that you have here. And I think that there is nothing that can be as good as this. Before now, people used to travel from here to Enugu. Family used to travel from here to Enugu and some other states that are nearby. But I tell you, by the time this particular mall is completed, people will be traveling from all other of those states to come to Ebonyi State to see the aesthetics in building a mall and also to buy items from this shopping mall for their people.
I hope to be among the first to shop in this shopping mall. What of you? Let's lend our support to government to realize this and change the face of the Salt City. The next report is on the construction of accident and emergency units at FETA by Governor David Nweze Umahi. Doris Ekumankama has the report. I am Tony Ukwome.
It is already an obvious fact that Governor David Nweze Umahi is deeply passionate in showing compassion and empathy to the sick, the poor, and the downtrodden in the state. Governor Umahi has proven that it is inherent in him to ensure all-round development, welfare, and well-being of the people without reservations. Therefore, be it state or federal-owned roads or institutions, equal and adequate attention has always been paid to such institutions in the state. This is therefore the basis for this great feat of saving lives at the Federal Teaching Hospital, Abakaliki, where the state government, under Engineer David Nweze Umahi, is currently constructing the accident emergency unit of the hospital. Indeed, like other quality projects of Governor Umahi-led government at this time, the accident emergency unit of the Federal Teaching Hospital FETA 2 is going to be standardized to meet its required health emergency attainment to patients.
As you can see beside you, the resident and emergency is very small. You can see some patients outside. So he said that he should build the multi-purpose, the best international standard of the accident and emergency unit in Ebonyi State. This bill should be due for commissioning on 29th of May 2018, and we are working beyond our strength, because when I'm working with your strength, that means you know me about are working beyond our strength to make sure that by 29th May 2018, we should, by the next coming back, we are coming for commissioning of this project. This is the first time a governor should pay 30% of the project ahead of time. Not only mobilization, but he paid 30% of the contract sum, saying that the money for the project is already on ground. What he needs is how fast should people complete the project. So I think the government is playing their part very well in this project. This one is something you can look at. You can see it. We don't compromise any quality. The concrete remains the best in the whole of Nigeria. This is the first time I'm seeing where I've been in a project with grade 30 concrete. The highest you can see is grade 20, grade 25, and they will still compromise. But this is our governor is a digital governor. He's an engineer by himself. He monitors everything. He came here anytime. He will not even mind at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, he's here. Just to monitor the project. Even when we are not here, he will come and monitor it and go. And we still call on support that I'm happy with the way people are going. People maintaining the quality, the standard, and the outdoor specification.
Interestingly, like other projects started by this government, the Accident Emergency Unit at Fefe2, being constructed to international standard, will soon be completed. Governor Umahi has proven to be passionate and a compassionate human and infrastructural developer of Ebonyi State. He will surely do more to consolidate with our support. What has the government done for the police? It is with the same mindset that Engineer David Nweze Umahi changed the face of Ebonyi State Command of the Nigeria Police Force. Yes, the police in the state have been a great beneficiary of the government of Engineer David Nweze Umahi in terms of good and conducive environment for their operations. For the Nigeria Police Force Headquarters, Ebonyi State Command, to conform to enviable standard, Governor David Nweze Umahi extended the enviable transformation of Ebonyi State to the command, constructing the new entrance gate and fencing the headquarters and barracks. It was fully remodeled and reconstructed with spectacular gatehouse in addition to the standard fencing. This is in addition to reconstruction and asphalting of the police command environs, among others.
Because the police command of the state police command is actually directly opposite the government house, we did not waste time in giving a prototype of the same gate we have for the government house to the police, so that by the time you are passing in front of the government house, the ambience will be there, and you will be happy, and you within yourself will know that you're passing through a place where you have the seat of power.
Indeed, Ebonyi State Police Command of the Nigeria Police Force and its environs today wear a new look well above most of its contemporaries, courtesy Engineer David Nweze Umahi. There is no doubt that the Nigeria Police Force Ebonyi State Command is happy and ready to offer greater service to Ebonyi State in return.
His Excellency is an exemplary governor, and he has been doing a great lot for the Nigerian police force, particularly Ebonyi State. There are a lot of developments in terms of infrastructural development and other things that the governor has been doing for us here in Ebonyi State. The fence of the headquarters was not in the shape as you see it today. But through the kind gesture of His Excellency, he took it upon himself to restructure the fence. And then you will see the new look of our fence now. I think should be one in the country and even in the world, because there is nowhere you go around the world you will see that kind of fencing and the beauty it is. And even the quarter guard, it is admirable by everybody. Even if you are passing in the night, you see how the lights are glittering. Even in London, you cannot find this kind of police headquarters. The tarring of the headquarters, when you go out, you see the tars, the tarring of the road inside the headquarters, and also the barracks, and also the renovation which has been done in the barracks. It was all done by His Excellency to encourage our personnel to do more in terms of security of the state.
He actually came to our aid. Before now, the barracks, the police headquarters was very dirty, very muddy. He did all this. He tiled the whole place, put street lights. In the night, you will not even notice that here is night. Everywhere is shining. I think it's making us happy. And police in Ebonyi State, precisely as I am their spokesperson today, I am promising to the governor, as I'm promising the governor, that we are going to put our best. I know security is everyone's business. That is why the governor has been coming to our aid to tighten up security in the headquarters. And so we will do same outside there.
It is a good thing that is happening to us. It has not happened before. The government came on board and he did not only give the police headquarters a facelift, but he actually